In this video, we are going to take a look at the new Legend of Zelda Game & Watch that was just released by Nintendo. This is Steve from Restalgia, and let's get started. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, consider going down below the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on all notifications so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. As I said, we're going to be taking a look at the new Legend of Zelda Game & Watch that was just released just a couple of days ago by Nintendo. Now, this is actually the second version of the Game & Watch that Nintendo's released. They did originally release a Super Mario Bros. Edition, which ended up coming out with 2 games, and then you had access to a Game & Watch game as well as a clock. The big difference here is obviously, aside from the main franchise, we are looking at a Legend of Zelda device. They've actually expanded the game lineup, so you actually get 3 titles. You're going to be getting the Legend of Zelda, you're going to get Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link, and you're also going to get one of my favorite Game Boy games, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Further to that, we do get a Game & Watch game, Vermin, however this is the Link edition, and then we also have 2 different types of clocks that of course are Zelda themed. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing out of the box, and I'm going to show you exactly what comes inside. Now, one of the cool things about the cases actually is when you slide off this plastic sleeve, it reveals a very classic looking Game & Watch box. You can see that the Legend of Zelda was replaced by the Vermin title, and then you can see the rest of the box has a black on gold color scheme like you would see essentially on an original Game & Watch box. Next, we've got the Game & Watch user guide, which really no one looks at and nobody really pays attention to. And then of course we have the actual device itself and a little compartment over here. So we're going to go ahead and set the device over to the side, and we do see some instructions here. We're going to look at those in just a quick second, but I do want to see what is going on inside of this little compartment. So in here, we're going to get just a standard Nintendo branded USB-C to USB-A type USB cable for charging the device. Now, the other cool thing about the packaging is that they give you kind of these wings on the back, so you can actually make this device itself a display. And when you actually have the handheld in this displayed, it looks really, really sharp. So if you're somebody who likes putting these things on a shelf, this is actually a really cool way to display the handheld. And this is the product itself. Now, as you can see, it does look very much like a Game & Watch device. However, it does obviously have the Legend of Zelda branding along the top, and then you've got a few extra buttons over here, your start and select and your A and B buttons down on the bottom, and of course the standard D-pad that comes with these devices. And on the back, you have more of the technical information, and right over here you have kind of like an engraved or kind of engraved Triforce that's in there. It looks really, really nice. Aside from that, when we look around the device, there's nothing going on the bottom. We've got a speaker over here on the left-hand side. On the top, again, not a whole lot happening. And then on the right-hand side, you have your power button and your USB-C type charging port. But other than that, let's go ahead and get this thing turned on. Right on, so we actually get a really old school Zelda home screen, and it says to press the time button. So we're gonna go ahead and press that. We've got our Triforce. This is actually pretty cool. So this is from obviously the original Legend of Zelda. So we've actually got a little bit of ticking. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. I think that's indicating that we do have to set the time. So I'm going to go ahead and press the pause set button, go down to the set time, and then I'm just going to set the time for 2:30, let's say. There we go. Now, when you actually are on the screen right over here, if you actually press the A and B button down together, it will actually highlight the time. So you can see it there. I'll do it again. And that's actually pretty neat. Now, in terms of the actual games, we're going to go ahead and press the game button. We're going to get access to our menu here. We've got, obviously, the Legend of Zelda, the original one. We've got Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. And then, of course, we have the Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Let's go ahead and jump into the first game here and see how well it works. And the audio sounds really good. You can actually adjust the audio by pressing the pause set button, and you can adjust how loud or quiet you want it to be. We're gonna go ahead and max it out. We're gonna press the B button. And let's go ahead and check out some gameplay. Alright, so overall, the emulation on this device is actually really good. The games play really cleanly and everything runs the way it's supposed to. But of course, that is not the only thing that these devices can do. They obviously can play Game & Watch games, and specifically this one can run the game Vermin. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into that and take a look at what this Legend of Zelda themed Vermin game looks like. Now I'm going to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the Game & Watch types of games. I mostly picked these guys up just for the nostalgia factor and specifically for the other games that it could play. And then the last feature of the Legend of Zelda Game & Watch is a built-in timer, but this is not your normal timer. You actually have a little bit of fun that you can do with this. You can actually press the B button to change the stage in which you are currently leveled at. You can use your D-pad to adjust the amount of minutes up to 10 minutes. Let's say we set it at 1, and then when you hit A to start, you can actually move your character around and attack the bad guys right on screen while the timer is running. And that is pretty much all that I've got for you guys in this video. If you guys are interested in picking up one of these devices, I will leave some links in the description down below. But other than that, I don't have anything else for you. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon.